This is part 4 of our table series in Microsoft Access databases, and we're going to be looking at the Lookup Wizard in this video. So we're going to go straight into the database so we can look at what we're going to do. So for a Lookup Wizard, you basically want to use that when you want to limit the user to a certain list of options for a particular field. So if there only is a list of options that you want to select from, normally you would click from like a list box or from a combo box to select these are the only available options for this particular field. So let's go have a look at the table, what it looks like without a lookup wizard. So let's say, for example, division. Do you see divisions A, B, or C? Now when I click on it, it allows me to type in the value. So maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want to have a little box here, that little arrow there where you click and you can say, hey, select one of these options. Well, if that's the case, we're going to come over here and we're going to come to the division and we're going to change its data type to a lookup wizard. So there it is. Boom. So when we go to the lookup wizard, a box will pop up that will guide us through the steps that we want to take. Now, sometimes you have a list of all the available options in another query or table. If that's the case, you would just select on that and you would go select which table or query it is and select which field from that table or query you want to be the list of options. In this case, I would just want to type it in. I don't have something that says A, B, or C. I just want to type them in. So I'm going to click on the type the values in option and click on next. And here we specify what our options are. So I'm going to type in A as the first option, and then B is the second option, and then C is the third option. And then I'm going to click on next. And then sometimes you will allow them to add other options that aren't one of the three that they mentioned, but we want to say yes, no, they must only have A, B, or C. So we're going to limit them to this particular list for the division. Okay. And then we're going to go finish. You can allow multiple values, but I'm going to click on finish. And what you'll notice is that the division changed back to short text. Now, did it do anything? Well, if we come here to lookup, you'll see under lookup, we have a combo box option, a value list, and the options in my combo box. So what does that look like? Let's go have a look. Boom. Let's go save everything. Yes. So now when I come to division, if I click on division, do you see there's a little arrow there? And if I click on it, it gives me all the options available. There we go. That's a lot better. If you want to edit those options after you've done the lookup wizard, then you can just go back to the design view, go to the lookup option, and you can change it. Maybe you want the B option to be first. So then I'll just go delete B from there, and I'll put B in front rather. And that way I can change the order. They're all separated by semicolons. I could also change it to be a list box or a text box if I wanted to. So you can also specify those options. If you said from a query or from a table, then the details of that query or table will be here under the value list. So you can actually change it there as well. So let's go have a look. So if I come here to division, you'll notice that B now is the first option. Okay, so there we go. There's an example of a lookup wizard. Let's do another example. For example, if we had car registration and we wanted a list of all the cars, let's pretend we've got a list, I only got certain cars that are available. Then I could use the lookup wizard here. I could type in the values, go next, and then I could specify which are the registration numbers of the cars that I want. I want this car so you can have a list of all the cars that we've got on our record. So I can do that and just add them and so on and go next and finish. And so now when I select a car from the list, car registration, boom, it'll be one of the ones that I've specified. In this example, I've made a new table called TBL cars, and I've just stored the details of the car. So there's the car registrations, their makes and their models and so on. So I've got this nice little table. So now how do I access those cars in this registration? So let's go to design view, and we're going to use the lookup wizard for car registration. We're going to redo it. Instead of going to the values, we want to get it from a table or query. So let's go next. Which table we want to get from the TBL cars table next, and which field is the field that we want to get from? We want to get from the car registration field, that field. So we have the car registration numbers that were in that field. Yes, that's the one. And you can sort them if you want to. Yeah, let's sort it by car registration. That's fantastic. So there we go. So that's what it looks like. So I'll go next. Yes, 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 finish. So now we're going to go and view the data. Boom. So if I click on car registration, you see all the cars that were in that table are now listed over here for me. So there we go. So there we've got a nice little table. So just to recap, if you want to limit users to a list of options for a particular field, you just click on the field. I know it might say short text in that, but you go to the Lookup Wizard, and you just follow the instructions. And if you've already done it, whenever you click on a field that's already done the Lookup Wizard, there should be the lookup option over here where you can change the fields. There you can see it's from a table or query, so you can see what the options are. If it was a value list, you can see the values there, and you can actually change those values. So that is the Lookup Wizard. For other videos on Access, as well as stuff on Excel, you can go to our YouTube channel. Please click on the subscribe channel and like our videos. We'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment, and remember, don't do it the long way. Do it the Mr. Long way.